Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the 4K picture for Silent Running. And as you can see, this is a limited edition Arrow Video set. It's also a Zavvi exclusive where you do get the Steelbook inside this as well. Now for me, this is a complete and utter blind buy. I know nothing about this movie, and if it wasn't for my comment section there a couple of months ago where people were asking was I going to pick this movie up, it kind of piqued my interest, and I actually came across this edition of it and I took a gamble on it. And I have to tell you, the gamble really has paid off, because this is a stunning movie. It's basically about all plant life has died on Earth, and whatever specimens that they do have left are put into these giant domes, and they're attached to cargo ships. And Bruce Dern's character in this preserves these specimens, these giant forests, so future generations can have them. Unfortunately, they are ordered to return back to Earth, but they were ordered to destroy these domes. And Bruce Dern's character kind of rebels against this crew to save the forest, to save these domes. And then the bulk of the movie is him basically dealing with the guilt of what he's done, and yeah, just trying to pass the time basically. And it's kind of, I can't help but think of Castaway when you watch this movie. You know, it's he befriends two small robots, much like Tom Hanks did with Wilson in Castaway. And there was kind of weird similarities there when it comes to both of them movies. And them two robots that Bruce Dern befriends in this movie, they're so unbelievably charming. They have no business to be as charming as they are. And I actually love them in this movie. My good friend John Clancy has also reviewed this movie, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in my description below and send you over there, and he will tell you more about this movie than I ever possibly can. But the one thing that he did tell me about this movie, he did say it to me, he says, "Key, it's all about the ending." And I have to tell you, he is absolutely right. And if you do watch this movie and you don't get a lump in your throat when you watch the ending of this movie, then something is lost in you, unfortunately. Bruce Dern also puts in a stellar performance like he always does. My God, that man is highly underrated. And the movie is also directed by a gentleman by the name of Douglas Trumbull, who is probably more famous for his visual effects works that he's done on the likes of 2001: A Space Odyssey, Close Encounters and Blade Runner. So you kind of knew you were going to get an absolute visual showcase with this movie, and that's exactly what he does deliver. Even at the time, the critics were actually praising this movie for its budget. It had a budget of just a little over $1 million, and it just had a look of a movie that looked 10 times more that. But that's what happens when you do have a visual effects genius directing a movie like this. So I had a wonderful time with this movie. I honestly can't praise it enough. I can't wait to rewatch it again and maybe pick up on things that I kind of missed the first time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us around this release. I'm going to show you everything that's in it, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about the 4K picture. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so here we go. Silent Running. So but the one thing that kind of drew me to this movie as well is actually this artwork. I felt there was a lot going on. It gave me that kind of old sci-fi vibe, that old school sci-fi vibe, and I really do love that. But as you can see, yes, like I said, there is quite a bit going on with the artwork on this. You've got Bruce Dern there. You got one of the robots as well. You got a lot of rabbits running around. You've also got the dome there with the forest in the background. And of course, you can also see Saturn and a couple of ships there as well. So yes, there was quite a bit going on, and yeah, I thought I fell in love with the artwork the minute I seen it. So I don't have to tell you as well, this is another nice solid hard box from Arrow Video. And yeah, big fan of the artwork on this one. So right, onto the spine we go. So you just got Silent Running there, you got Universal at the bottom, and then Arrow Video on the top. And then right around to the back, and this is your J card. So I will bring us in close just to give you a look at some of the special features that you do get. So as we come to expect with Arrow Video, there's quite a bit in there. And I actually cannot wait to sit down and watch this, especially after enjoying the movie as much as I did. And then there's a close look at some of the technical aspects that you get with it as well. So there we go, that is the J card itself. Look, I don't have to remove the J card because there is nothing on the back of the box. It's a shame that I wish they would just maybe put a bit more effort and put something onto the back. So right, turn it around, and this is the contents inside. So you got your steelbook, you got a booklet, and you got a poster there. So yeah, there we go, that is the actual box itself, and yeah, big fan of it. Right, so let's open this up and I'll give you a close look at everything here. So there we go, that is the Steelbook. You got the booklet there, you've got your poster. So I think what I'll do is I will start with the poster first, get that out of the way, and then we'll work our way onto the booklet. So I've always said this in countless videos, but I love the paper that Arrow Video actually used for these posters. Just there's something about it, I just love the feel of it. So there we go, I presume that's the original poster artwork for Silent Running, and I think that looks amazing, I really do. And then if you turn it around, you basically, I'm going to just hold it this way, but as you can see, it is the same artwork that we got on the main box itself. So right, that's just a quick look at the poster itself. I'm going to just throw it to a side, and let's bring in the booklet. So as you can see, it's one of them small robots that you see quite a bit in this movie, and I really did enjoy them in it. And yeah, it's a simple book. You have a white background, Silent Running, and of course you have that robot on the cover. And I don't think there's anything on the spine, just an Arrow Video logo and a Universal logo as well, and just the same as well on the back. Right, so I presume this is just a write-up of the movie, and yeah, of course, at the back you get a bit of restoration. And I think, yeah, it's just a write-up of the movie. You get a couple of stills from the movie. I think there's also some behind-the-scenes stills in there as well, which is always great to see. And I think there's a couple of storyboards in there as well. Again, that's always great to see in a booklet. So I need to just sit down and give that a good read someday. So yeah, just a quick look at that booklet. So there we go. Right, so put that to a side, and then bring in the Steelbook itself. Now, I think my only complaint when it comes to the Steelbook is it would have been nice to kind of get different artwork on the Steelbook. It's a shame that we got to just use the same artwork that we got on the main box. But look, at the end of the day, I fell in love with this artwork. But it would have been nice to see something a bit different. Maybe the original poster art that I actually showed earlier would have been quite nice. So there we go, that is the Steelbook. It does have a lovely gloss finish to it. There's no spot glossing, no debossing or embossing going on. Very, very simple, and it looks amazing, it does. Right, then onto the spine we go for this one. And then right around to the back, and as you can see, it's the same artwork that we've seen on the booklet. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that everything that we do see on this is already been featured in the box set itself. So I will open it up and give you a close look at the Steelbook in full. And yeah, it's one of them Steelbooks again that when you do kind of bend the light off it, it looks beautiful. Yeah, I was going to say I have no complaints, but yeah, look, it would have been nice to get something a little bit different. So right, onto the inside of the Steelbook we go. So we have a few postcards here. That's just an upcoming title. And what do we got here? So the postcards, that's the all same backing they do. And it's just a couple of stills from the movie itself. I think every single one of these postcards features Bruce Dern. Yeah, and that's one of the crewmates there. So there you go. That's just a quick look at some of the postcards you get. It's like, what, 5 of them. So, right, put that to a side, and then onto the actual Steelbook itself, the inside of it. And right, we'll start with the discs. So that is your 4K disc. And then onto the Blu-ray we go. So let's see if I can get this out without any issues. Right, there we go. So that's your Blu-ray. And then that leads to the inside of the Steelbook, and voila, you've just got Saturn. And I think that actually looks amazing. Yeah, I love the artwork inside this one. Beautiful. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is my release of Silent Running, and I'm really happy that I ended up picking up this Zavvi edition of it. It's a beautiful looking release. Right, so on to the 4K transfer. Now, bear in mind, I have no history with the presentation on this movie, so I don't know how it looked on previous formats. But going from what I've seen, something's telling me that it always had a soft presentation, and it has continued onto the 4K release. Now, taking nothing away from it, it's still a stunning looking 4K picture, and Arrow Video have done an amazing job on it. So the first thing I want to quickly talk about is the print of this movie. It's in remarkably good shape. Arrow Video done an amazing job cleaning it up. You won't see any kind of dirt or scratches on the picture. So well done, Arrow, for that. It just looks amazing. It's a heavy, grainy movie, and a lot more so on the 4K than the Blu-ray. When you knock on the Blu-ray, the grain is nothing near as evident as you will see on the 4K disc. But the one thing I will say about the grain structure is it's beautifully organic. Very consistent, and I don't think you'll have any complaints with it. It looks amazing. There is some fine detail to be seen in there, even though it is a soft presentation. You will see it mainly on the kind of the suits, the space suits that they're wearing in this movie. There is an incredible amount of detail on them, so much so than you will see on the actual Blu-ray. And the interiors of the spaceship as well do look quite amazing. But again, just bear in mind, it is a soft looking presentation. The Dolby Vision HDR colours are the real winner when it comes to this release. The picture is beautifully vibrant. Very vibrant for a movie like this. You know, a movie that's kind of held on a spacecraft. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this vibrant, but it does look amazing. The Dolby Vision handles them colours well. It's not a drastic step over the Blu-ray. Just look, everything looks just a little more natural, just a little bit more, you know, a bit more refined, I think is the word I'm looking for. And I think you're going to appreciate some of the colours that you do see in here. The black levels look fantastic, and there is an incredible amount of shadow detail as well, which I think is going to keep a lot of people very happy. So all in all, folks, I was really happy with the 4K picture on this. Again, it's not going to be a 4K visual showcase to show anyone, but I think you will appreciate what's on show here. And again, I can't praise our video enough for the work they've done on this. The DTS mono soundtrack for the most part sounds great. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there very disappointed that there's no surround activity, considering the movie itself and the fact that it's a sci-fi classic. The only minor nitpick that I had with it is on the heavier action sequences. It can be a bit overpowering at times. I did find myself turning down my system 1 or 2 notches just to give my ears a bit of a break. But other than that, I have no complaints. The dialogue is unbelievably clean. I don't think you're going to have any issues at all with the sound. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could do, leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on this movie and what did you think of it. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.